Hello everyone. Welcome to UIS. Let's discuss today's prelims topics. Question 1. Consider the following statements about Euclid Space Telescope. 1. Euclid is named after the Greek mathematician Euclid of Alexandria, who lived around 300 BC and founded the subject of geometry. 2. The Euclid mission hopes to understand the evolution of the universe by looking at the light emitted from galaxies 10 billion years ago. 3. It was developed by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, and the Euclid Consortium. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is B. It was developed by the European Space Agency, ESA, and the Euclid Consortium. Named after Greek mathematician Euclid of Alexandria, the Euclid mission is part of ESA's Cosmic Vision program, which plans to explore the origin and components of the universe and the fundamental laws that govern it. The Euclid mission hopes to understand the evolution of the universe by looking at the light emitted from galaxies 10 billion years ago. Not only this, the telescope will also focus on gleaning more information on dark energy and dark matter, areas in astrophysics that is still shrouded in near-complete mystery. Question to consider the following statements about Just Energy Transition Partnership, JETP. 1. Senegal has recently become the second country after South Africa to sign the JETP deal with the international partners group comprising France, Germany, the European Union, the United Kingdom and Canada. 2. The partnership will offer significant opportunities for investment from the private sector, sovereign wealth funds and philanthropic foundations. 3. In a partnership, wealthier nations fund a coal-dependent developing nation to support the country's own path to phase out coal and transition towards clean energy while addressing the social consequences. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is B. Senegal has recently become the fourth country after South Africa, Indonesia and Vietnam to sign the JETP deal with the international partners group comprising France, Germany, the European Union, the United Kingdom and Canada. It will also help with the publication of a vision for a long-term greenhouse gas emission development strategy for Senegal by COP28, due to be finalized in 2024. Senegal's new nationally determined contributions, which were to be published at COP30, will reflect the climate ambitions undertaken in this deal. The current share of renewable energy in Senegal is around 31% of the installed capacity. A 2015 Senegal government planning document had set a target of 20% renewable energy in the electricity mix by 2020 and 23% in 2030. Question 3. With reference to dark patterns of misleading advertisements, consider the following statements. 1. The term dark patterns, coined by Harry Brignall in 2010. 2. It simply means a user interface is a user interface that has been crafted to trick or manipulate users into making choices that are detrimental to their interest. 3. Dark patterns encompass a wide range of manipulative practices such as drip pricing, disguised advertising, bait and click, choice manipulation, false urgency and privacy concerns. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is C. Question 4. Consider the following statements. 1. Earth spins around an imaginary axis which passes through the North Pole, its center of mass, and the South Pole, just like a top spins around its spindle. 2. Rocks slowly circulating inside Earth's mantle causes the planet's mass to shift, leading to a change in the position of the rotational axis. 3. The excessive extraction of groundwater for drinking and irrigation has no effect on Earth's axis of rotation. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is B. Earth spins around an imaginary axis which passes through the North Pole, its center of mass, and the South Pole, just like a top spins around its spindle. Scientists for years have known that the poles and the axis keep shifting naturally as the mass distribution in and on the planet changes. This phenomenon is known as polar motion. There are several other reasons responsible for polar motion, like ocean currents and even hurricanes. But this phenomenon is also impacted by human activities. In 2016, a team of researchers demonstrated that climate-driven changes in water mass distribution, led by the melting of glaciers and ice in Greenland, can cause Earth's axis to drift. 5 years later, another study said climate change was causing the rotational axis to shift more than usual since the 1990s. The excessive extraction of groundwater for drinking and irrigation has shifted the Earth's axis of rotation, according to a new study. Noting that humans pumped out around 2,150 gigatons of groundwater between 1993 and 2010, the study says that the planet's axis has drifted at the rate of 4.36 centimeters per year towards the east. Question 5. With reference to National Green Hydrogen Mission, for implementing the Strategic Interventions for Green Hydrogen Transition (SITE) program, consider the following statements. 1. It aims to establish electrolyzer manufacturing base and green hydrogen producing facilities. 2. Under Component 1 of SITE, the MNRE has allocated 4,440 crore rupees for manufacturing electrolyzers for the period FY26 to FY30, while Component 2 deals with an allocation of 13,050 crore rupees for producing green hydrogen from FY26 to FY30. 3. A major portion of the financial incentive has been devoted to establishing a robust domestic green hydrogen manufacturing infrastructure in the country. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is C. Overall, under SITE, the total financial incentive is 17,490 crore rupees, and the 2 components have been launched with the aim of enabling rapid scale-up, technology development and cost reduction. State-run Solar Energy Corporation of India (SECI) is the implementing agency. Another feature in the scheme is to indigenize the electrolyzer value chain. The incentives come attached with a condition for the bidder to demonstrate a certain minimum local value addition (LVA) every year. The minimum LVA for both alkaline and proton exchange membrane solid oxide anion exchange membrane electrolyzers has been specified. The capacity targeted in the first tranche under this component is 1,500 megawatt. The MNRE has identified 2 modes for producing the sustainable fuel. Under Mode 1, interested parties can bid on the least incentive demanded over a 3-year period through a competitive bidding mechanism. Under Mode 2, the SECI will aggregate demand and then call for bids for procuring green hydrogen and its derivatives at the lowest cost through a competitive bidding system. Under the scheme, a direct incentive in terms of rupees per kg of green hydrogen production will be provided for 3 years from the date of starting the production facility. The incentives will be capped at 50 rupee per kg in the first year of production, and thereafter it will reduce to 40 rupee per kg and 30 rupee per kg in the second and third year, respectively. Question 6. Consider the following statements about Penn Pinter Prize. One given to a writer from the UK and Ireland only, whose work is committed to a fearless exposition of truth about contemporary life. To British children's writer and performance poet Malorie Blackman, has been awarded the prestigious Pen Pinter Prize 2023. 3 established in 2009. Previous winners of the Pen Pinter Prize include Hanif Qureshi, 2010, Salman Rushdie, 2014, Lem Sisse, 2019. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is A. Given to a writer from the UK, Ireland, and the Commonwealth, whose work is committed to a fearless exposition of truth about contemporary life. British children's writer and performance poet Michael Rosing has been awarded the prestigious Pen Pinter Prize 2023. Writer Malorie Blackman won it last year. The Pen Pinter Prize and the Pinter International Writer of Courage Award both comprise an annual literary award launched in 2009 by English Pen in honor of the late Nobel Literature Prize-winning playwright Harold Pinter, who had been a vice president of English Pen and an active member of the International Pen Writers in Prison Committee, VPC. Question 7. Consider the following statements about submarine INS Shankush. 1. Shankush is a nuclear-powered submarine to be refitted at NDL, Mumbai. 2. INS Shankush, Ray of Light, is a Shishumar-class diesel-electric submarine of the Indian Coast Guard. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. Both. D. None. The answer is D. Shankush is a subsurface killer, SSK, class of submarine to be refitted at NDL, Mumbai. INS Shankush, Ray of Light, is a Shishumar class diesel-electric submarine of the Indian Navy. Question 8. Consider the following statements about United Nations Global Compact, UNGC. 1. This is a non-binding United Nations pact to get businesses and firms worldwide to adopt sustainable and socially responsible policies and to report on their implementation. 2. The UN Global Compact is a principle-based framework for businesses, stating 10 principles in the areas of human rights, labor, the environment and anti-corruption. 3. The UN Global Compact is the world's largest corporate sustainability and corporate social responsibility initiative. How many of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The answer is C. Thank you, everyone. Do subscribe to this channel. Use code SPLIVR to join Unacademy.